Previously on Mega Man 5. Come on, here boy, let's go walkies. And now... Hello, Raw Mithril here once again, getting back to the Mega Man 5 Fortress Stage Perfect runs. It's time to move on to Proto Man Castle, Stage 3. There we go. So yeah, like I said, visually this is my favorite of the Proto Man Castle stages. But no time to stick around and admire the architecture, we need to run for it. It simply isn't worth dealing with these Apache Joes. Due to the way they're all spaced out, chances are if you stay and try and fight them, they're just gonna drive you back far enough to where you scroll them back on screen anyway. So better to just take that room at a pretty good clip as quickly and cleanly as you possibly can. Ignore the Apache Joes and they'll go away. But yeah, there's just something overall about the visual design of this stage that I really like. It's a fairly simple aesthetic, but it works. So we have bomb droppers back again, and more met cannons. Just let that bomb harmlessly explode overhead. Terrain-based strategy. Alright, moving on. Once more, the assistance of a dog. I still kind of wonder why they changed the effect of Rush Coil in Mega Man 5. It made it feel super awkward, so I'm glad they changed it back in later games. So we have a block snake here and some fairly risky prizes to go after. Sliding seems to make it feel a bit easier to line up your jumps, though. The Pukapellis try and get in the way here, but they're not too terribly bad. There we go. But now it's Powermaster time. If you can avoid fighting them, do so. But this one, you do kind of want to take him down. That was a bit close. But yeah, you want to take him down because of that cannon there. Due to its timing, chances are it won't raise its shield fast enough for you to take it down before that Powermaster's on you again. You can technically use the Sniper Joe method here, but it's kinda risky. You don't have much room for error. You have to be, like, right on the edge of that platform standing there. And so, it tends to be safer to just take your time. Very little margin for error there. E-tank for me, please. Yes, thank you very much. And so, one last block snake. The enemies are a bit easier to deal with here. Just one shot and they're gone, or they fall harmlessly into the abyss. Either way works. Just kind of be cautious about the ambush right at the end. And there we go. It's boss time. Yes, it's... Number 3. You want to get close enough to make him do the freeze ray attack. Every time he starts to move to fire it, jump so he'll launch them upwards. And then he can't do anything until they've cleared the screen. So it's pretty easy to lock him into this pattern. Now, if those rings do hit you, they will freeze you and almost entirely guarantee a hit from him. He will also sometimes jump into the air and fire off a flurry of shots. He usually does it once you're frozen, but he can do it anytime he wants. And, well, there we go. Not much to that one, really. But at least he tries to be interesting. Satellite dish, it's the secret HughesNet HQ, look out, I think there's a cloud! Oh, bugger! And so with that we find ourselves in Proto Man Castle Stage 4. But we'll cover that next time. For now, outtakes. Enjoy! But this first room is a bit on the hectic side. Get ready to run. You don't really want to bother staying and fighting these Apache Joes, but you do want to clear the jumps. You really don't want to bother with these Apache Joes. Due to their spacing, chances are you just... Right, you need to hesitate there. I keep forgetting that. Nice AI! But no time to admire it for now. It's time to run. Basically... You jerk! It's a fairly simple aesthetic, but it works. So we've got bomb droppers and met cannons back again. Distracted! And so we have a block snake to ride, and some rather risky prizes to try and get if we want them. And of course I do, and I'm gonna pay for it! The movies lied! They say greed is good! So we have a block snake, and a couple of rather risky prizes to get, though sliding does seem to make it easier to line the jump up for them. Really? Really? Ah! Yes, it's number 3. You want to get fairly close and completely screw it up. Does this wear off? Yeah, it does, actually. Nice to know. And so, another Proto Man Castle stage down, and another where a good bit of my trouble was more just the optional issue of going after shinies. I give Proto Man's Castle Stage 3 a 3 out of 10. This stage does have its share of instant death obstacles to watch out for. Lots of pits and spikes here. The main issue, though, is that very first room with all the Apache Joes. Even just running through it as I do, that room can get to feeling very claustrophobic and fast. Staying to fight can have its own difficulties, given you'll likely end up fighting more Apache Joes than you intended to face, thanks to scrolling them back into existence. There is, of course, also the occasional Powermaster to worry about, but at least you can slide under them and avoid them for the most part. Still, that one you have to deal with, it can be a bit of a bugger. Now, 3 is for the most part a non-issue. He's not to be fully underestimated, though. Basically, his only real saving grace is that it can be kinda easy to miss the timing and get him to aim the freeze rings in a way you really don't want them firing. There is also the occasional possibility of him deciding to jump and do his volley of shots, but that kinda gives you plenty of time to react, really. So long as you lure the freeze rings and don't get hit by them, this fight's pretty simple. A 3 out of 10 for this one, and mostly due to the stage itself. With that, we're almost done with Proto Man's Castle. We'll tackle the final stage next time. For now, though, that's the end of this one. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vid, and I shall see you again in the next one. Until then, fare thee well.